Okay, I think I'm live. I'm not real sure, but looks that way. Hello, hello. Anyone there? I am just going to wait a few minutes to see if I can get anybody out here with me. I see one. Is that you, Shannon Naylor? Let's see. I am coming on here on the fly, so I don't know if anybody's going to be able to join me. I'm actually on my tablet too. I'm trying to see if I can get my tablet up so I can read the chat, because with my phone like this, it's a little harder for me to read. So I'm seeing if my tablet's going to accommodate me. And my tablet is like super slow. I can't even see the chat. Is anybody there? Can y'all? Okay, good. Okay, hey, Shell. My Shell Belt is here. It's me. Okay, and Patricia's here. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Shelly. Give it a Texas kick. I'll try. I will try. I'm trying to get my tablet up, too, because it's hard for me to read the chat the way my phone has to be set up. I don't use this thing very often, and it's like a dinosaur, so I don't use the tablet. So it's like old. It's old. And I do believe I have my volume down on this thing because I don't want me interrupting me. I don't want me interrupting me. Okay, good. Oh, Shannon's here now? Okay, great, great, great. I got my Shelly and my Shannon and Patricia here. I don't know if y'all heard me, but I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. It's like this. I go home, and nobody knows I'm coming home. I kind of bust in on people. They don't know when I'm coming in. Well, it's the same thing when I go live. I never know when I'm going to be here. I am late, Shannon. I am late because, you know, can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? I have to admit I am late at my own show. And I say late because I let her know, or she asked me if I was going live, and I said, yeah. So she's coming aboard here along with my Shelly. And those are my two moderators that are here right now. And I didn't even know I was going to go live, and it was like I got stuck with no hours. I'm in North Carolina, like way out here, like in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. And I'm surprised I even have a signal here. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Thank you. And I just didn't even know what to do with myself. And I said, you know what? I need some time to play and catch up and chat and just do some things. So here I am. It's like this anywhere I go. I've got my friend who calls me Midnight Mary because I'll just show up at midnight at her house or whatever. You just never know about me. I don't know when I'm coming or whether I'm going, and neither do you. I suppose I could. Hi, Arlene. Thank you for joining us. I could talk to y'all with my face, but you know, I've been working, I'm sweating, And yeah, I think I'd just rather keep it down here. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. That puts you at my 495 subscriber, I believe. So I may be hitting my 500 today. We'll see. And then hopefully more than that. But once I do, I'll have to do a drawing. But I've got special instructions on the subby giveaway. If you haven't joined that, then there's still time, because I'm waiting for the 500. So this will probably do it. And basically all you have to do is go to my subby giveaway video. The challenge on that is over, but the subby giveaway is not. It was when I reached my 500. All you had to do on that video is put on there your comment. You just have to comment on that video and tell me what your favorite video of mine is and why, and you were in the drawing. If you subbed and you didn't do that, I can't include you, because it wouldn't be fair to the others who have done that. So it won't be long, and I'll be doing a drawing video. Of course, I don't know when I can get to it, because as you guys know, and if you don't know, I drive a truck and I'm stuck, and I had some time so I could do this, but the next time I'll be doing a drawing. So hopefully I'll be doing a drawing. Let me just not count my chickens. I mean, bok. Let's see here. I'm still trying to get my slow dinosaur tablet up. And I, honest to goodness, did not even know what I would be doing while I'm here. I just said, I had some time. I've been really stressed out this week. Had a lot going on. My poor Pops, he's going under chemotherapy and radiation treatment right now. And they ended up putting a feeding tube in his stomach in case his throat couldn't take the radiation, because that's what he's that's what he's having, radiation on his throat. And if his throat were to get swollen, he wouldn't be able to eat. So they had to put a feeding tube in his stomach. Well, he began hemorrhaging the other night, and they couldn't get it to stop, and it was just a real scary situation. And luckily, thank the Lord, it's taken care of. He's good now. He was able to continue his treatments. So there we go. Now let me catch up with chat, if you don't mind. Let's see who's all here. We've got Shelly, and we've got Shannon and Patricia, and we got Arlene, and did I see any? Is this thing lagging? I don't know if anybody else is here. Oh, thank you for the prayers. Thank you. And thank you for subscribing, Patricia. And yeah, if you're in the crafting field, you probably want to subscribe to the other crafters here. I like to sub to everybody that subs to me, but sometimes I don't. Just simply depends. I'm really kind of a stickler. I love to look at things that are interesting to me. And crafting, I'll definitely sub to you if you're a crafter. But if you're doing other things like that kind of goes against some of my moral values, I won't subscribe to you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But other than that, I'll sub. Early. Oh, no, Shannon. All right. Well, and I totally understand if you have to go, Shannon. I mean, I know how that is. You were trying to take a nap, and then I interrupted that. So, fair, all fair is love and war. Yeah, Patricia, let me see if I've subscribed to you. If not, I will sub you now. Your channel. And I'm sorry, I should probably put something down here just so that y'all can not look at a blank reflection. Maybe I should do that. There. Because this is what's on my picture, and we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, I have subbed Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. Hey, Debbie, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. Like I was telling the ladies, and I'm kind of all over the place, but as I was telling the ladies, that's okay, Arlene. that's okay. Sometimes I still subscribe to people that don't make videos, because one day you might change your mind and decide to, and then I'll already be a subby. So I will subscribe to you as well. And yes, like I was saying, I'm kind of all over the place because I didn't have any intention on being live, and that's just kind of how my life rolls, because I never know what's happening from day to day. And today I am stuck. Arlene, I was already subbed to you, haha. Today I got stuck in North Carolina because I'm out of hours, and at midnight I gained some hours, so I'll be able to roll again come morning, and you know, that's just the way that rolls. So anyways, I've been working on this interesting wire wrap jewelry. I did this last night. It's kind of a vintagey, you know, colorful, not colorful, I don't know, it's different. And I did this last night. This is a wire wrapping. I was thinking about making it into some jewelry, like a bracelet. It could have just been a pendant, which I considered just a pendant, but you know, pendants are a dime a dozen, and I thought, you know what, let's make a bracelet out of this. So it's not completed yet, which is what I might do while we're on here. And I actually thought about going and doing this on my jewelry channel, but I haven't been promoting the jewelry channel too much because it's just too much to keep up with. I have way too much to keep up with, and I've been thinking about putting all my channels together. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. And I've been thinking about putting on my all my channels. When I was home with surgery for 5 months, I got to do some live and crafting and all that stuff. I also got to do a lot of yard work, so I was outside taking pictures of different things of nature, and I just started really enjoying. I've been in a truck 15 years. I don't get to hear the birds unless I'm flying by and they're tweeting or hitting my windshield. I'm just saying. Yeah, the sad thing, I do. It's terrible, but that's just the way my life has been for the last 15 years. So when I got to be home, I really got to appreciate an outdoors again, and I missed it so much. So I started my nature channel, but that's also very limited there, just because I'm not home anymore, and I don't have time to get out and appreciate anything. I just get to fly by and go, oh yeah, that was pretty, oh yeah, that was nice, and just keep going, you know, honk honk, gotta go. So I've been thinking about putting my nature channel, my jewelry channel, and of course the Rolling Studios together, and I've been considering changing the name of my channel because I don't plan to be in a truck forever, but for now, while I'm in the truck, I'm going to keep the Rolling Studios. But I have started a blog. Well, wait a minute, I have started a blog, but that was it. I haven't done anything else with it. Yeah, just started a blog, haven't done anything with the blog because I haven't had time for the blog, but it's under Steph's Art Extraordinary, and I'll put the link in. Well, I don't think I can put the link in. I'll put it in after this video if I can. I don't even know if I can do that, but I feel like I'm going 90 to nothing. I just need to slow down. Grüß Fraba. Woosah. Slow down. I need to slow down. I've been going 90 to nothing. I'm just saying, I've got probably just at 2,400 miles this week, which is actually very low for me. I need to be in the 3,000s, but yeah, I've been busy. We'll just say I've been rolling. I'm trying to get some things put together, so yeah. So my life is crazy. I'm crazy, and I'm in fast forward, so I'm trying to slow down. I know I'm all over the place, so please just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, just breathe. So, I created this actually for a friend. She doesn't know about it yet. And like I said, I'm going to put this, I think, as a jewelry piece. So, what I was saying was, I think eventually my channel will be named Art Extraordinary. That is A-R-T, and then like extraordinary, but Art Extraordinary. And that's what I'm thinking about collaborating all of them with. But for now, it's the rolling studio, and that's what we're rolling with. So, okay, I'm gonna shut up, and I'm actually going to show y'all a few things that I had gotten recently, because I've got plans to play. Yes, I've got plans to play, and one of the things I'm gonna play with is this, the all too ever popular Dr. P.H. Martin's India inks. And so I got the set of 12, if you can see that, the set of 12, and I don't know if I'm seeing anything. Let me see if I can catch up. It's really hard for me to read this chat. Let me get caught up here. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it, hon. Thank you, Shelly. Yes, thank you, Shelly. That's Art Extraordinary. That's correct. That's my gal. That's my Shelly. She's always got my back. And if she ain't got my back, I blame it on her. That way it's on her back. Don't I, Shelly? I'm always calling you out. So, the Dr. P.H. Martin's is Indian ink, and it's basically a pigmented ink, and I've never touched this stuff before, and this is something I plan to start playing with, because I'm going to start doing art journaling again. I say again, I hadn't really drawn and done stuff since, like, what, 95, and the first thing that I've drawn was my window pane video, if you watch that. So, I'm going to start getting back into my drawing. I need to clear out my truck. I've got way too much in here, and I figured that out when my truck decided to break down, and I had to switch the whole truck to another truck, and they told me it would take about 2 or 3 weeks for my truck to come back to me, and instead it came back to me like bam, 24 hours later. I was exchanging my whole truck back into my original truck, and that was no fun. So at that point, gotta go. Oh, Arlene, thank you for coming by, sweetie. Thank you. I appreciate you showing up. That's when I realized I had way too much stuff in my truck, and I just can't keep doing it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking like a project, or the type of project. Like if I want to do jewelry, I'll bring my jewelry stuff with me. If I want to do, I'll always keep my drawing stuff with me, I think. But if I want to do jewelry, I'm going to keep my jewelry. And if I want to do polymer clay, I'll do my polymer clay. And I think I'm going to start switching it out, just because it's just, I don't even have places to sleep in my bed. It's ridiculous. And my friends who know me know this. It's true. I do not lie. At least not on purpose. So, these are one thing that I'm getting into. And listen, I got this at the last Michael's 60% off. OMG. 60% off, because this was like $60, and I'm sorry, I've looked at them for a while and I wasn't paying 60 bucks for them. And 40% off just still ain't enough, because you know I'm supposed to not be buying anything, but I actually had permission on this one. So I got this one from $60 to $26, so I thought it was pretty awesome. And then let me get out another, and you know, this is proof that my truck is not easy to be in. I have not used these yet, but it looks like they've been through the ringer, because it's all broke up from falling. It's got, you know, some kind of, I don't know what that is. Not even glue, it's just melted. Maybe my glue gun, I don't know. Who knows what happens in this truck. But you know, I also got these Artist Loft brush tip mark. They're dual tip, and they're sketch markers, as well as they're just the bullet point, I think. Oh no, it's the oh, what do they call that? Y'all know what it's called. I can't even think. Told you I need to slow down. Yeah. And these are artist quality alcohol based ink markers, dual tips, brush chisel nib. That's what it is, the chisel nib and the brush nib. And that's an alternative to your Copic markers. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Stop. It's not stuff. It's disorganized craft materials. Well, you know, it is that. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry, Arlene didn't stick with us. I know I was, ranting a little bit here. And I didn't plan to stay long either, so I need to hurry up because I know some of my other friends go live and I don't want to interfere with their show. Not that I could, but, I also picked up these. I think these, I did get these for 50% off. I might have used my 40% off on this one, but again, I think I paid, don't get me to line because I don't even remember anymore, but it was enough. It was, I did it with a coupon though. There's not much I don't buy anymore without that coupon. I have learned. I've gotten my head chopped too many times. So that's some of the stuff that I'm going to get into. Also, I did get the Spellbinders. I know I'm so far. I did get the Spellbinders cut. I can't say that, but y'all can read it. And so eventually I'll get into this, but I thought I was getting this for like 60% off, but I ended up only getting it for 40. My bad. It was my bad. So I got that, and I plan to use that in the future. And believe me, I could go on and on of what I have, what I don't have, and I don't want to do that. So, but that will be interesting to get into. Let's see. And some of you know that I've been working on my demos for the latex laces and the rust crust. So I'll just give you, if you haven't seen it, I'll give you a look at the box that I've been working on. This was really a lot of fun, and unfortunately I did lose my video to creating this, and it was really, really heartbreaking. So on the other side, which I'm not going to show you because I actually have filmed this on the other side to put out the part 2 video. I don't know if I'll go ahead and put that out now, by this evening, or if I'll finish it before I put it out. We'll see. But I basically kind of did a somewhat rendition of this with a little differences. And then here's the thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. Thank you. I never stop without a coupon. I know, Debbie. It's expensive not to. It is expensive not to. Thank you, Patricia. And my original idea was to make this look, of course, like a book page, like the gold foiling. And then I realized I didn't have the gold foiling. I had the copper foiling. So then I did a patina rust job there. And then I've recently added these little thumbtacks, if you would. They're actually for wood. I haven't glued them down on the bottoms yet. They actually tack through the other side. But then here is I tried to make it look like the pages of a book. And so that was my way of creating that, since I didn't have the gold foiling. But I thought it was pretty cool. I'm not finished with it yet, but I'm getting there. I got to get it done this week. So I got to get all this done this week. So I'm going to shut up for a while, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and start figuring out how I'm going to finish this off. And here's a close-up so that you can see a little glass bead here with some beautiful speckles inside. And some patina styled beads as well in that. So I hate that I can't get closer up, but that's as good as it's gonna get, you guys. So I was trying to debate whether I should create the rest of this chain with chainmail and maybe do a Byzantine chainmail at the, to finish it off, or if I should continue beading it. What do you think? What do y'all think? Should I continue beading this like what I'm doing here, different variations of beads, or should I do the chainmail? Suggestions are welcome. Stephanie, I'm so sorry, but I have to go. We have a few errands to run, but I will watch the replay as soon as I get back home. Aw, that's okay, sweetie. I understand. I will catch you on the flip side. I don't know why my phone's not showing me these things too fast. Thank you for joining us, honey. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Well, we'll just roll with what I've got. I'll quit rambling. Well, what do you think? Should I do that or not? Chainmail or beads? Okay, Shannon, no problem, sweetie. I don't know. Oh, and you must forgive my nails. It was the best I could do, and they are awful. Beads? Patricia votes beads. Okay. Well, beads is definitely easier, so I'll go with that. Now, let me get creative here, because I've got a lot of my beads buried, so I'm just going to work with what I have out. And I've got a plethora. This is just some of the ones that I've been working on in between projects, and so there's a lot of mix match beads in this one. I actually have containers full of beads, but they are buried right now. I don't feel like pulling them out. At least not yet. When I was talking about making this into a pendant, I was actually thinking about doing something like that, like this being the hanging off of that. It would have made a pretty pendant, but again, I didn't want a pendant. So let me see what beads I have that can accommodate this. Patricia voted beads. I was thinking about this too. This is one that I did last night. This is one I did last night. In between trying to decide whether I should sleep or not. And my dad, he loves to, for as long as I can remember, he has stripped copper. Like he will break down. He's always been an air conditioning man and all that, so he's always had, scrap copper. And now in his 70s, he's been doing some part-time work at a scrap yard, which is funny, and the guy gives him a percentage of his scraps that he can go and strip the rubber off of the copper, and basically he gets to keep what he wants to. After he strips it, he gets to sell it back to him for a percentage. Well, he got permission from the guy to send me some copper, some pure copper wires, which is awesome because I made him a tree of life when he was in the hospital, because we didn't know how that situation was going to roll, and we were helping him strip his wire, and it just kind of hit me, just for inspiration. My dad is like, a tree of life. So, it was just something personal for me that I just felt like doing. And I didn't have my tools with me, so it was quite interesting trying to put it together without my tools. We'll just say that. And so it was definitely a quest. Ooh, I like that bead. That's kind of cool. Believe me, this is just junk beads put together. I'm just trying to sift through. And they're not junk beads, but they're just junked together. So I'm just trying to get some beads out of here. I don't really want to pour these out, but I might have to, because I can't see what the heck I'm doing. Ooh, look at these. I do have these Gilded Age Timeline little leafy ones I can add to. That might be cool. That's a cool bead. It's not metal though. Can y'all see that? It's kind of, yeah, there it goes. That's pretty cool looking bead to add to that. I'll get a couple of those out. I might dangle those. We'll see. Some pearls. I really should have been more prepared, but like I said, I did not even know I was going live. Didn't know what I was going to do. Just decided to just jump in here. Because another reason I jumped in here, not only did I actually have some time, but I also jumped in here because I don't have a lot of memory left on my phone to make videos. And until I can get them out of my phone and onto my computer at home, you know, it's just easier for me to go live. I'm just pulling out some beads that accommodate this look. And I know this is probably boring, but you guys, I don't get to do it much, so for me it's a treat to be here, and I'm grateful for you guys joining me, who is ever here still. I need some music in the background. I wish that I could have a panel, but my phone doesn't allow me to have a panel. It'd be a lot easier. Probably a lot more fun too than listening to me rattle on. Alright, well, we'll just go with that. Well, there's some cat there. Alright, well, we'll see where this takes us. I've got some beads on that. Those might be pretty. I was actually trying to keep it kind of vintagey. And I'm trying to save my teal for a project for a friend. I haven't even gotten a chance to do those yet. I should be doing that too. I had so much to do and no time to do it in. Anyway, I'm just going to roll with what I have right there. And then I'm going to be working with, now I always started with the artistic wire, and it always told me it was tarnish, let's see, non-tarnish, but I've since then learned that's not completely true. So I'm going to get some 20 gauge, some 22 gauge, and some 24 gauge, and maybe even some 18 gauge of this bronze and antique brass copper. Yes, please come and say hi. I don't get to come on here much, so hello. But I ramble on too much anyway, so it's probably a good thing. That'd be interesting. That's a pretty bead. It's kind of a mirrored, faceted, awkward little bead. Y'all see that? Interesting little bead there. Oh, where's those at? There's more of those. Alright, Houston, I have a problem. Where is my little... Oh, here we go. There's my pearls. I am looking. It's amazing between last night and now that I can't find my beads that I was working with. Come on. I sound like a rat. here's some vintagey style beads in here. I'll be dead gum. That just makes me a little irritable. Not in there. Really, Steph? Well, if I wasn't a Commodian, I should be. Well, I might be a Commodian. Definitely not a Commodian. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Here's some stuff. I'm just trying to pick out some good beads to go with this because I never know what I'm gonna do. And that goes for generally everything that I end up doing. I never have a plan because if I plan, then I overthink it and then I never get anywhere. I mean, are y'all like that? If you plan and you overthink it? I do. I'm bad about that. So I don't think about it at all. Seeing it's because I'm thinking about it that this just is like dragging along. So I'm going to pull out some beads here. Just going to do that. And then here's some charms and beads, and we're going to do that too. This is when I rambled through stuff and never put it back. Oh, here's one I've already got somewhat done. That's kind of cool. I'll do that. I love that bead inside there. So I do have these little square beads, and I stuck that little bead like this right here. That little spacer bead in there. Look at this. Now that's cute. This little vintagey charm. Pretty. Yeah, okay. I am getting a little cray-cray here. I don't necessarily need charm since we went the bead route. Starting to think I might have should have did the other. That's okay. I'll figure it out, I promise. I'm gonna go with some 18 gauge wire. Let me make sure I can fit the beads. That's one of the things when you're working with jewelry is the bigger the gauge, the thicker the wire. The smaller the gauge, the thinner the wire. And this is an 18 gauge gunmetal bronze. It's over copper. It's a, I don't know if y'all can see that. Of course I'm brown, so yeah, that didn't help. It looks kind of gold in here, but it's not. And you got to always test to see if your bead will fit on the gauge that you're using. And that one does. This little round one does. That one fits. Okay. It's kind of important to make sure that your gauge is going to work on all your beads. Or you can just mix and match your gauges too. So there is a cat's eye, a little brown cat's eye bead. Isn't that pretty? I love the cat's eye bead. Meow. And let's see, just a little faceted bead. A roundel, I guess is what they call that, a roundel. There's rondelles and there's roundels. I don't know. They confuse me. And then here is like a truck bead. I think they call this one a truck. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's basically a little patterned bead. Can y'all see that okay? Is it blurry? Anyway, there's that. And I think just about everything I've got right here is going to work on this 18 gauge. So we'll just start with that. I'm going to start with that. And since I already have this, I actually made that into a little curly Q at the end there. So it will still hook with a I don't know if I'll do that though. We'll just put that aside for now. Most of these over here are charms. I'm not interested in the charms right this moment. Here's one I can use. I had done this is a druzy. It's hard to see, but there is. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Debbie. I'm sorry if I've bored you, honey. Anyway, here's a druzy bead. I appreciate you coming in, Debbie. And I did a little wire wrap job on that one. So I think I'll use that. Because I'm just doing a mix match. It's kind of nice to be non-symmetrical sometimes and just do a variation in colors. And it gives it a very uniqueness to it instead of being totally, you know, symmetrical. And I like to be outside the box and do unusual things. Because I myself am strange and unusual. And a little disco looking bead there. That looks like it's going to hang, but I can change that if I need to. So I'm going to go with this 18 gauge copper plated brass wire. And one of the tools that you should probably have on deck when you're doing jewelry is the nylon pliers, and that's what these look like. These are nylon pliers, and you basically want to straighten out your wire because that not only gives it strength, but it also straightens it without scratching the material. So just use your nylon pliers to do that. And this is why I was thinking about doing it on my jewelry channel, but I didn't. And then you're going to want to have some flush cutters. Now, I picked these up. Again, I usually use my small ones. I do have a smaller, actually I have a few small ones. I chewed this one to pieces. But I also have this one that's not bad. All these are all wore out because I did jewelry for about 5 years before I even went on YouTube. And I even have, I think I have an extra one too. But this one was actually in a grab bag with some other fall product. So I got lucky with this. This is a very heavy duty flush cutter, and it works great for my wire. And most beads probably need just about 3 inches or so. You never want to do less. You always want to do more. So I'm going to go a good 3.5 or so. Let's see if I've got that right. I've got a little measurement right here. 1, 2, 3, and it's probably more like 4. But that's okay. But you want to have your flush cutters. Oh, and you want to cut. When they say flush cutters, you want to cut with that flush side so that you can get the flat edge. Because if you cut with the inner part, you're going to get a sharp edge. So let's do, let's just do another one of these bigger beads. I've got some bent nose pliers, and those actually have a little bent nose to them. You basically want to take it about halfway on your wire. What did I say this was? This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is about a 4-inch wire right here. And basically, you want to bend the wire this way. Aw, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. I don't ever teach my wire wrapping, and I never teach, you know, the beading. I never do tutorials very often on my jewelry because I jumped into other crafts. So I'm a little rusty on how I would present this, but I appreciate that a lot, very much so. And basically, you want to take, these are our round nose pliers right here, And basically what you want to do is on that sharp angle, I don't know, they call it a 45 degree angle, 90 degree, heck, I don't know. I'm just going to take that bead off for now. You basically want to hold it like so and bring the wire back over the top of your round nose plier so that it looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. Can y'all see that okay? Is it blurry? And then you don't want to keep the wire right there because you're going to need to roll that around. So you're going to literally take this off and you're going to put it on the other side and you're going to continue to roll it to where you end up doing it like this. So you're making a eye pin, basically, is what you just made, an eye pin. And then you'll just bring that back and you want to straighten that out so that you basically have a straight angle there. Good, I'm glad you can see. Appreciate it. Then I'm going to take my bent nose pliers so that I can hold it like that. And you can either take your other pair of pliers and grab it by the tip, like so. Let me move these beads out of the way. I don't want to block the vision. Maybe that's what I need to do. Move this stuff out of the way. There, is that better? So you can see. Okay. You basically want to hold that eye pin like so. And then you can either take your fingers and wrap it, because this is kind of a soft wire. Wrap it like one time around. That's one full wrap. You'll see that it wraps it. It gives you around the neck. Or if it's too hard, I myself have rheumatoid arthritis, so sometimes after doing this for a while, it gets a little hard to just do with your fingers. So I use my tools. I try to use my tools to eliminate, you know, hurting my hands and wearing them out, because I do enough of that with these trailers. And then basically I'm just going to do 2 wraps on that. You want to, you know, I could do 3, but I'm going to do 2 wraps on that. And just, you could do 3 if you wanted to, but I'm just doing 2. And then once again, you get your flush cutters out and you get that flat side and you get as close as you can to that edge. Hold that little piece of wire down so it don't go flinging around, and snip. And now you have a little extra piece there and your little wire wrap. Now you've got this little pokey bit sticking out and you don't want that. You don't want to poke anybody with that. So you then just take any one of your pliers and tools. I'm using, I usually go for whatever works, whatever's closest to me, and just bend that in and just give it a nice little squeeze. And you just want to feel it for any sharp edges. Again, you don't want it to scratch who you're giving it to or who you're selling it to. So just make sure that you tuck that away. And now you have your little eye pin on one side. And we were going to put this bead on it, I think, and hold it there like that. Now, in essence, you could get real creative. If I were to make this a little longer, once I did the other side, you can do little wire wrap jobs on it. But I'm only going to do one side. I only did one side to show you how it's done. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start it and then I'm going to wrap it in full around the next bead. That way I don't have to worry about a jump ring and it coming apart, because on a bracelet there's a lot of wear and tear and there's a lot of pulling and tugging and snagging on things. So I try to make these where you don't have to worry about that little jump ring coming apart and breaking your bracelet. So I'm just going to do it again where I flip it over, and then I'm going to get my round nose pliers I'm going to come up underneath it where the bend is. And then I'm going to fold it back around itself. I'm just going to swivel. If you just swivel it this way and push it around the rest of the way, like so, it's going to complete that little eye pin for you. So at this point in juncture, since I'm not, you know, I'm going to have to, on the next one, I'll have to do the other one and wrap it, see, like this. I don't know if that made any sense. Kind of rambling now. But basically, before I wrap those two around the neck. Hi, Michelle. How you doing, honey? This is what we're working on. What do you think about that? It's going to be a bracelet. Thank you for joining. I decided to just do some jewelry instead of being on my jewelry channel that I never promote. I thought that I would come on the Rolling Studio because that's generally where I'm at anyway. So anyway, you put this and you might want to open that up like a jump ring. So take your bent nose pliers and just give it a little lift so you can open it like that. I don't know if you can see that. Thank you, Patricia. I really appreciate that. And then you just want to slide it into the hook like that. That way it's hooked to itself. And you don't have to worry about the jump ring coming apart. You're just going to wrap it straight on to the bracelet. Hi, Laurel. I know you're going live, so I'm not going to be on here too much longer. Like I said earlier, not that I could interrupt your show, but I don't want to be on when you're on because I like to be respectable. But because I know it's Friday and I didn't know I was going to come on, but I'm stuck in North Carolina, you guys. I'm stuck until tomorrow morning, so I thought I'd play. I told David I need to play. I don't have any room on my phone right now for too many more videos, so while I can, I am going to go live. That's what I'm doing. So I'm working on this project that I needed to finish, that I started I started this wire wrap last night, you guys. I mean, this is what I got done last night. It's a little bit patina with some vintagey pearls and some vintagey metal beads. It is a 2-in-2 wire wrap around this beautiful bead. Let's see. I'm glad you love it, Michelle. Thank you. So let's just finish wrapping that. So with the bent nose plier, I am going to hold that down in place so that I can just wrap it around the neck of this bead. And if you find that you're getting it where it's not wrapping, because this is an 18 gauge, it kind of wraps a little longer if you're not careful. You just squeeze it, just give it a little squeeze, and then you can tighten it right up around its neck. You know, just choke it around its neck. Yes, I'm a dork, I'm sorry. And we're doing 2 wraps, so I'm going to bend that in. Let me get my round nose pliers. Sometimes when it's short like that, which is why I don't really like to go short. I was 4 inches on this wire. I probably should have went 5. I was trying not to waste, but you'd rather have more than struggle. But you just take your round nose pliers and bend it around, and it will eventually wrap around that neck. If you can get a grip on it. I don't really like working that short. And then get that bend in there, and then you can just use your bent nose pliers and tuck it in. Yes, I went live on the fly, you guys. Just trying to get that in and tuck. because you don't want this to scratch who's ever going to wear this. I'm always a dork, so yeah. So, I need that to bend a little bit more. It's gonna be a little bit, I don't know if I don't like the way that's doing now. I may have to make some smaller, I may have to change this, that or bend these beads a little bit. I might have to give it some, here's the thing, when you find that something's not forming properly, you can bend this wire. So I think I'm just going to bend that bead a little bit so that it forms a little better around the wrist. Otherwise, I'd have to start changing that, which is not a big deal either. And I want that to go this way. That's the beauty of wire wrapping, is you can do some adjustments. So, what do y'all think so far? Thank you, Laurel. Thank you, Michelle. What are you missing, Michelle? Thank you, Patricia. So, I want to get this to about 7 inches for the wrist. And I've got to include the clasp on it. So, let me see, right now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to do one more bead. That's 6. Yeah, that'll be 6. I think I'll do this bead here. I did this one before. It's a little druzy bead. The druzy's not showing up in there too well though. I'd rather have one that was really showing some shimmer. But I don't have my bead box out. Haha, my bead box. Ooh, here's one I might could use. Oh no, I might have to change that. I have a little doily on this one. Isn't that cute? This was actually made for a dangle. I might use that for a dangle. Should I use that for a dangle? It's got a little dragonfly. It's got a little dragonfly. It's a cat's eye bead. I don't know if you can see it. And then it's got a little doily right here. I know, YouTube is like getting like the rest of this stuff, man. You just, it's what they want, not what you want. That's what I'm gonna say about that. So I'm gonna use this one, I think, for a dangle. What do y'all think about that? Wouldn't that be a cute little dangle? Or I can use, since it's vintagey, I can use this little cameo for a charm dangle. What do y'all think about that? Okay, which one? The doily or the... I could do both, I guess. You love the cameo? Yes, Michelle. Yes to what? Yes to the doily or yes to the cameo? Cameo. Alright, alright. We'll go cameo. So when I put the clasp on it, I think that this is what I'll finish it off with on the clasp. It will dangle from the clasp. Cameo, Shelly says the cameo. Patricia loves them both. Aw, thank you, Patricia. So, okay, we'll dangle that from the clasp. And again, for you guys that weren't here, I'm using the artistic wire, and I was explaining that I bought this. This is what I've always bought, was the artistic wire, because I don't order online because I'm not home to get it, and then if I order online, it's a tattletale on me. So I just go by Michael's and Hobby Lobby and get my wire. I'm just saying. So this is an 18 gauge, and it's the gunmetal bronze that I'm using, and it's also the antique brass that I'm using for the wire wrap, and that's what this is. And basically it's supposed to be a non-tarnish, but I have found that if you get it wet, it definitely tarnishes. So don't believe everything. So I'm gonna have to get, in the future, change my wire up, but because I don't see how they can get away with saying that and then it does. So, you know, I don't know. But this is what I'm using and this is what I have. It's still a lot of work and it is beautiful jewelry, and you know, as long as you don't abuse it, it should be fine. I mean, don't be going and, you know, taking showers with it on. So that's what we're going to put this one on. I think we're going to use this bead. That might be too chunky right there, but it's a non-symmetrical. Oh, I do want to include these little leaves. My nails match perfectly. Yeah, I guess it does, even though they're horrible. I painted them last night just because, and then I went to sleep. So yeah, that was real wise, wasn't it? So they're all chewed up. Because I don't have time to be going to the salon anymore, and I haven't picked up any of them little press-ons. I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just paint them up, whatever. So yeah, there we go. So far this is what we're looking at. Hey, and what do y'all think about this one? Should I use this one or should I use the round one? This is a little patina spacer, and I just put it in a gunmetal style square, and then did a little wrap job on it. Oh my gosh, Michelle, that's funny. God, I've only been on here, what, an hour already? Oh my gosh, has it already been an hour? Holy buckets. So I want to know, I think I'm gonna go with this little square one, only because it would match this color on this side, like this darker bead here. I always say polish them up, paint your walls, paint your polish your nails. Right? That's right, Laurel. It's kind of like, wax on, wax off. I mean, it just is what it is. Wax the shoes and sand the floors. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Do y'all agree? I think it's really cool, and it spins inside. It's just a, well, maybe it does. Yeah, it does. It's just kind of cute, and it's different. It's a little patina spacer that I put in this gunmetal. I'm a goof too, Laurel, so that's okay. I like goofy. I think that if we didn't have the sense of humor, then, you know, what's the point? What's the point? So I'm going to go with that one. But I'm going to have to change this wire because I've got a little loopy on it. And, you know, I don't know. I could use that. I'm squeezing it because I can strengthen the metal. I should be using my nylon plier on that. But I don't want that to come unraveled either, so if I'm going to attach that, I'm going to have to change this wire. So let me do that. I'm just going to clip the nip. Clip the nip. I'm going to pull this out. I'll say I am. Yeah, there we go. And discard that. I'm going to try to leave that right there. And well, actually I'm not. I need to see if my 18 gauge, because that's what I've been using. It's my 18 gauge because it's stronger and it's thicker. I'm going to straighten that out. And I think I'm going to go a little longer on this one just in case I want to play. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 5 inches, 6 inches. I'll do 6 inches. Better to have enough than not enough. And I'm just going, actually let me just do this too. Let me just go ahead and, I'm going to do it for about 1.5 inches off the top, and I'm going to bend it Then I'm going to take my round nose and I'm going to do my little loop-de-loo, flip it, and bottleneck it. There's my eye pin, and of course I made it just a little bit short, go figure. And I'm just going to use my fingers because I have a little more control with my fingers. And squeeze that together. See, before you were here, you guys, Michelle and Laurel, I was questioning if we should have done this in chainmail or beads, and the vote was for beads. I think chainmail would have been pretty cool too. But this is definitely probably more secure, so we'll go with that. And again, squeeze that little nip because you don't want it to scratch who's ever going to be wearing this. Oops, well, I might have did it a little too much there. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put so much in it. Okay, I need to stop. I need to stop. Oh, Lord mercy. Yeah, I've been working too hard. Yes, I love making chainmail too, Laurel. I'm staring, mesmerized. Well, thank you. Yes, Patricia, you did. She had the exclusive vote. I think it was a good call, though, because one thing that you don't ever want is for your stuff to fall apart on you. And I'm still somewhat new to chainmail, and I'm not liking this nip. Let me try a different one. And so I feel a little more secure in giving this to my friend. And it's not going to fall apart on her. Anyway, definitely secure that bead with the wire wrap instead. So, here we go. You kind of have to put this, when it comes to these kind of beads, and you want to put something in it, but now you want to see chainmail, really? Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Oh, you want to put it in place because the stuff it's not very forgiving once you get it in there. So basically you want that like this. I don't know if you can see that. And you want to stick this bead in there and just pop it through. Just like that. Bada bing, booyah. And boop, there it is. Okay, so here you go. There's that. And then it's just like before. Grab the bent nose pliers. Flip it to the side. Grab your round nose pliers. Put it where you want the loop-de-loop. I got this one a little thick, so a little round, so you can see, okay, I got a little far on the center. Kind of want to keep it uniform on these. Sometimes I have big loops, sometimes I have small loops, so I'm trying to pay more attention to what I do. And then you basically flip it and then pull it around, and there's your eye pin. And a lot of you ladies know how to do this because y'all make book journal dangles and stuff. So what I'm doing is really no different than what you would do with that. And one of the reasons I wanted to make this one a little longer, I just did my bottlenecking here. I call it bottlenecking. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but that's what I'm calling it. Is because I was actually considering doing a little fancy little wire wrap on this around the neck on this one, like that. And quite frankly, it would have been even more cool to put a little crystal or something on top of that. But I don't know if I have a crystal without digging. Oh my God, if I had to dig out a crystal. So I think we're not doing that. It's not that I don't want to, but you really don't know what I have to go through to dig out a crystal. Unless I have one somewhere lurking around. Now there's actually one right there. I could probably, you know what, that'd be kind of cute. How about a dangle off of that? Wouldn't that be kind of cute? Because this little dangle piece, this has got a little faceted bicone. What do y'all think about that? This little faceted, like a hematite. It's like a little hematite bicone. You love tiny things. I love tiny things too. Speaking of tiny things, where is Tiny? Y'all know who I'm talking about. But what do you think? Dangle that off of there? I think it'd be kind of cute. Maybe off the top, or well, I guess either way would be top or bottom. Alright, I'm just going to do that real quick. And this is how we work a jump ring. You hold it on one side, hold it on the other side, like so. And you want to do a twist to where you open it. I don't know if y'all can see that. You want to twist it to where you open it. She's not getting notifications either. I know, right? Do it, Michelle? I did, didn't I? Alright. I'm glad y'all are on board with me on this one. And then I'm just going to put that right there. And then just twist it back to where it meets the teeth. And you want to hear a little click. Well, okay, stop it. Cut that out. It's flipping around on me, y'all. There we go. Get in there. You just want to make sure that the teeth are closed on it. And they are. There. Alright, so now it's got this little cute little dangle on it. Aw, hi Carla, bye Carla. Miss you, love you lots too. She says hi and bye. I understand. Hey, life moves on. So that'll be able to kind of rock back and forth. It's kind of cute. Huh. I kind of like that. It's unique and different. And I love unique and different. Love it. So then we could either finish it like that and leave it that way, or we could actually, I like getting creative, y'all. It's just the way, that's how I roll. I don't plan anything. You just start creating. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to do a little spiral, and I think I'm gonna leave it that big. We'll see. If I don't like it, we'll unspiral it and go from there. You basically take, okay, let me just start that over. Let me get this out of the way so you can see. You basically take it and you put the wire between the teeth, and you don't want it to come out. You just want it to be at the edge. And then you just twist it around like that. So where now you're starting the spiral like this. And then you can either pinch it in a little more, which is what I'm gonna do. So I want it to be a little more closed off like that. And then I'm going to keep my bent nose pliers right here, and then I'm going to start pushing it around itself. Like that. And you're now creating a beautiful little spiral. And I thought about doing a real tight spiral just to keep it from snagging, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it that way yet or not. But let me get this. I'm afraid I might be marring that up a little bit. There we go. There. What do y'all think? How does that look? Feedback, you guys. Keep the spiral, get rid of the spiral. Keep. Okay, we'll keep it. I like it too. I like it too. So, you know, I guess you got to make sure that when I put it on the bracelet that it's going to stay in place. So I'm going to, with my fingers, I'm just going to see what I mean about chewed up. Hey, these are working hands. These are working hands, let me assure you. I can't hip it. I just can't hip it. And that will slide up and down on that bar. I think that's just adorable. Cute. I love that. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to apply it to the other side to give it a little bit of uniformity with that bead. And I think that works really well. I'm not always symmetrical. So this really is kind of nice, throwing that little bit in there. So, oh my God. You know what I did, don't you? Y'all know what I just did, don't you? I closed it off. Darn it! No! Okay, easy fix, because I'm not going to destroy this. I'm going to have to destroy this one and redo it, because I want them interlocked, and I closed this off. So now I'm going to have... These are this is the love of wire wrapping. A jump ring, I could, but I really could, but since I'm not doing jump rings, I kind of don't want it to have one. But again, I guess it's going to have one when I put the clasp on. And it won't be uniform. Well, I did say I wasn't uniform. Grr. Man. Okay. Does it stay or does it go now? Y'all gotta tell me. Dang it all. Oh, I forgot. I guess I could jump ring it, you guys, but I don't know. Should I redo this one? You usually undo it too? Just undo one. I can't undo one because it's all one unit. If I clip this off, it goes. But you know what? It's easier to do this one than it is. I don't want to mess that one up. Okay, we're just going to do it. Decision made. We're doing it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Alright. Okay. No. And it's over. Scaffold. Scaffold. Knife. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay. Now I'm going to pop the head off of this because it doesn't matter. Bye-bye. Gone. Done. Okay. I do that every now and then because my knuckles are, they get stiff. That RA just loves to play games. Now, straighten the wire. One more time. Do it again, my friend. Okay. There we go. And where's my, oh, there we are. Give myself plenty of wire. Ugh. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll through this quick. Yes, I used my round nose. Sometimes I use my round nose for everything when it comes to doing this part. So I'm going to hook this up first. Actually, I think I'm going to hook this up first. That way I don't forget. There. It is hooked. Hooked and booked. I do like my bent nose when I do this, so to hold it down, hold it down. I went 3 wraps on that other one, but kind of rolling through it a little faster, you guys, because I know Laurel does her Friday night fun with the gals, and I do not want to interfere with her time. I don't know what time you go on, Laurel. What time do you go on here, hon? Tuck that in. This 18 gauge is a little harder to tuck, but it's so important to make sure you don't have an edge that scratches you. Okay, I got it. Don't feel any sharpness. It's so important not to feel the sharpness. Okay. Oh, okay, not till 7. All right. Well, I don't suspect I'll be on this that long anyway. I don't even know what time it is. I'm just tightening the knot. And I love these little and I can't find, I don't know, last night I was working on these beads and this piece, and I don't know what I've done with these little patina beads. My little patina balls. Where's my patina balls? Sorry. Patina balls. I love it. You got patina balls? I got patina balls. Oh, I'm a mess. Just gone 5 for you. It's alive. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do, yeah, I don't even know why I said that. I don't even know why I said that. So it's just the way my brain rolls. Okay, now I'm going to interlock these. Do it the right way because I prefer it to not come apart. I mean, what would that say about me? I'd rather put in the effort than not. Okay. Let's give those a little squeeze. Tighten them up a little bit. Also, I don't know if I'm going to get in there. Tighten that up just a hair. There we go. That's better. Ooh, that's better. Alright. Now, yes, I did it right because I wanted this to be faced up and I got lucky. Didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. Did I do that right? Let's see. I did do that. Wait, shit, did I? You know what? Better have done that right. Yes, okay. But I'm going to pull this into a little bit of a curve anyway so that it will be malleable around, be more fitting around. Are y'all liking this? Seriously? I mean, you don't have to be nice. Just, I mean, is this working? I'm kind of wishing now I would have stuck this on top because it's so unique and pretty. Dead burn me. It's it's not too late. Yes, it is. Because I already finished it. Yes, it is. Dadgummit. I do, Michelle. I do. I do have your address. Well, this is spoken for, but I can always make another one. Maybe. It might not be exactly the same because wire work is a unique process, and you can somewhat replicate what you do. I could probably replicate that. I don't know. I got kind of cray-cray up here, so I don't know. I could somewhat replicate it if anybody is actually interested. So, here we go. Yep. And this is, I've got a fairly thin wrist. I don't know. I think the average bracelet is a 7. Would I be correct in saying that? Are y'all about a 7 as well, or 7 or 8? Should I make this an 8? Let's see what I'm looking at. Because the beads definitely extend. That might be the end of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. So if I did a clasp, 7 and a half. Yep, 7 to 7 and a half. That's about right. I was figuring that. Eight-inch for bigger gals like you, Shell. If it was somewhat similar. Yeah. Okay, let me catch up here. Let me read what I've missed. I gotta go back. Oh, it was 5. Okay, thank you, Shelly. I didn't know what you were talking about with the 5. Okay. Yes, what's the time? Yes. Limit. You have my trust limit. 7 to 7 and a half. Yep. 8 inches. My straight ruler won't go around my wrist. Laugh out loud. Michelle. I know, right? Hey, you know what you do, Michelle? Do you have I know you have ribbon or string. Get a ribbon or string and wrap it around your wrist and then measure it. That's how you can do it. Straight ruler. That was funny. You're such a comedian. I mean a comedian. I'm the comedian. Well, actually, I want that exact one, but I know it's for a friend. Well, I could probably somewhat exactly replicate it to a certain point. It's in this cluster that might take the toll, though. But I can replicate pretty much all this. And that's if I do have these particular beads. This was a random bead I had, but I might have more somewhere. I've got tons of beads. I have to dig them out. Which I am not afraid to do just right now. You might hear a crash, bang, boom, slam dunk, and I'm on the floor, and then, it's going to be like, ooh, because I'll be knocked the heck out. Because there's a lot of stuff in my truck, I'm just saying. Okay, I was thinking about, since I had that, how cool would it be to just kind of extend this? I was thinking about it. Tore up from the floor up. Exactly. You remember that video, huh? I ain't lying. And it happens more than I'd like to admit. It is bad. Alright. Okay. Let me finish that. Let me do that here. I'm going to bend that a little bit more. And then I'm going to wrap this around here like that. that burning. Let me straighten this wire back out. I'm done. This is what happens when you start doing something and then you overthink it and then you mess it up. Just get your... That's the beauty of these nylon pliers. Straighten that bad boy right back out. Or bad girl, whatever. Okay. And then I'm going to wrap that right back towards the front. And then I'm going to put my finger up under it to give it a natural curve. And then I'm going to stretch that up and across over to this one. Like that. What do y'all think? I like that. It kind of ties it in with this other one too. I don't like that one. It's starting to bug me because that one's like on the flip side. There we go. What do y'all think about that? Wrapping the other bead too? Is that a yes or a no? I like that. Yes. Okay. I like it too. And then I think what I'm going to do is just do a small little loop right here. I'm going to get these are thinner. Oh no, I've lost beads. Go for it. I think I will. And boom. Now I'm going to tighten that little loop-de-loop up. Maybe. Well, let me just do this real quick. I don't want to mess that up. I might be marring it. No. Okay. There, I just wanted to tighten that loop up a little bit. And then I can roll it back down in front of itself. Like so. Okay. There it is. There she was. Y'all know who Jeff Dunham is, right? There she was. Bubba. I love Bubba. And then I saw her. There she was. Standing over there by the Ferris wheel, making it tilt. Sorry. Oh my God. Right? Shelly knows me too well. Shelly says, ladies pray, Steph's friend loves this, because if she don't, Steph's going to blame all of us ladies. You got that right. I will not be responsible. Nope, nope, nope. Oop, my tattoo's growing. My bad. Oh God, I love Jeff Dunham. He kills me. Okay, so there she goes. There it is. Okay, I'm seriously starting to have an issue. It tells me at one moment it's like it's in the front, and the next minute it's on the back. I don't like that. But maybe that works actually because it's on the bend. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, that works. I know, Laurel, right? Oh, I'm a dork. And it's for free. I know. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all what. When I do my wire wrapping, especially, when it gets intricate like that, and here's the back side, just so that you know. Hey, how you doing? Chronic Angela, right? Thank you for popping in, and hello. Here's the back. It's got some support wire that I just did a little crink on. A little crink. And I got patina balls. Well, I'm glad you stopped in, Angela. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. I welcome anyone in. But if I truly don't know. I have not really made too many wire wrap bracelets. This was just out of my head. It was going to be a pendant, but I thought, you know, it needs to be a bracelet. It needs to be a bracelet. I don't know why, but this is what I created, and it's not symmetrical at all. It's totally off the hook, literally off the hook. It's off the chain. It's off the chain. That's it, because there is no chain. It's off the chain. So yeah, Laura, I don't know if you saw the Lacey one. She won the van. Michelle, good deal. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so I am going to quickly measure this. Oh, okay. I don't let me forget the cameo, because we got a cameo to put on this bad boy. Or bad girl, whatever. Bad girl. And we are right now at, without the clasp, from end to end, with all its crinkle, is at 6 and a quarter. We on 6 and a quarter. Yep, that's where we are. 6 and a quarter. Oh, and you know what? You can wear this either with the little the bundle. I like the bundle at the top, and that's why I created it. And since I'm right-handed or whatever, I wanted it on my left. But if you were to wear it on your right hand, I don't know, it just feels better on my left for some reason. Oh wow, that is so amazing. I can't believe she won that van. That's great. And I think we'll just have to finish it with a clasp, and that ought to put us between the 6 and the 7.5, I think. So, and truly, it ought to fit. You know, and I'm going to say, you can do a little adjustment yourself. You know, when you have this, you can just bend that a little bit, however you need to. Just don't overdo it. You eventually bust the wire fibers, or not fibers, but the compound of the way that they, you know, all that scientifical stuff. Don't give me the line. I just know that eventually you can break it if you overbend and do too much. But I thought it was cute and different, and it's definitely special for a special friend. She was just crying when she called, so she needed it for him. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so glad you guys are here. I really appreciate it. Very much so. I didn't know what I was going to do when I came on. I really didn't, but I needed to get this finished. And I said, well, I don't have room on my phone for a video, so I'll just go live since I had time. And I had to have David bite the bullet and let me go. I know that was hard for him, but I told him, I got some things to do. I was also, and just to break this up a little bit, I was also considering one that was more of a, I know this is like a vintagey style. And here, I might throw these little leaves on here too, just for a couple extra dangles, but I don't want to take away from it. But I was also thinking of this little, I think this is like feels like polymer clay to me, but it's got this real rainbowish foily, I don't know if my light, there we go, foily look to it. It's got that AB finish on it. There you go, now you can see it. It's got this little AB finish on it. And it's a bead. I could probably make that in polymer clay, by the way, which I might do some. And I was thinking about this butterfly. Look at the beautiful little butterfly. And just maybe doing a light toned, doing some sort of a light toned shabby chicy kind of bracelet with these materials. I think this would be pretty too. This was my next quest, was to do some in these bead tones and maybe charm it out with this little tree of life. What do y'all think? Can y'all see those okay? These are like those ceramic beads. And this is like that, I don't know, I think it's polymer clay, but it might be like a bone ivory, kind of faux bone ivory. Bone or ivory, faux, I don't know. And then of course this rose. Resin roses, oh yeah. That could probably be done in a mold, resin roses. I have a bigger mold that's got, you know, it's probably about a 1.5 diameter of a rose mold, and you can put resin in that. I've done some polymer clay roses. I just never made them into a bead like this. So this ought to be interesting, and I think that's going to be really pretty to use some of that. I also have these little metal spacers. Aren't these just adorable? This one's kind of a peach. I know that's your favorite color, Michelle, peach. But this, and I know I'm being sarcastic. I know it's not. And then here is a pink one, and I've got blue and green, and it's kind of like it's kind of like this flower right here. These little metals. I have these little spacer beads, and like I said, I don't even know. This shouldn't even be too far away from me, but I don't trust it right now because my bed is full of stuff. Steph's got stuff. Need rust crust? Oh yeah, I know, right? Speaking of rust crust, did you guys see my video on the rust crust and latex lace box that I've been making? I hate that I lost my footage on the original. But I have since made another video. It hasn't come out yet. I still have to finish the inside of my box. And but here is the box that I made that has the rust crust. It's kind of hard to see because here we go. I did some copper foiling on this lip. And it's got these, this is new, I just put these metal brads on. And then this is latex lace that I gave a faux finish of with metallic waxes from, I think it's that Finnabair. Thank y'all very much. Yeah, this is the latex lace. Let me show you. If you don't know what latex lace is, I did a video on it too. And okay, see, this is why I get myself in trouble, because then I start layering and layering and layering. Y'all know how that goes. Y'all know how it goes. I am not alone in that. Ooh, and I want to show y'all just real quick, dude, check this out. I found these little dimes, nickels, and quarters. I found these little dimes, nickels, and quarters at Hobby Lobby. Aren't they just the cutest? They're tiny. They're cute. Hey, Angie. Hobby Lobby. I got them at Hobby Lobby. They're amazing. I've got little tiny dimes and then the bigger dimes, like the quarters, and then there's bigger quarters. Where have you been, girl? Hey, cup of cake. Everybody's like, where's Angie? So itty bitty, look at these. Check these out. I know y'all would love them. Are they not just freaking adorable? Yep, they are $9.99, so I got them on 50% off because I think every other week they alternate. Yep, just in time for the itty bitty stuff. Right, Michelle? Her ears were burning. Yeah, these were at Hobby Lobby, and they were like $9.99, but then I used my 40, no, they were 50% off because they alternate. And they're just too darn cute to pass up. I had to get them. So, anyways, let me just move that. Oh, like, here's the big penny, look. Look at the big penny, and then here's the little tiny penny. And they all have those double sizes. They're super cute. I love them. I was hoping they had little bead holes in them, but they don't. They don't. And since you weren't here, Edie, this is what we've been working on. This is a wire wrapped bracelet. Drill it. I thought about it. This is a wire wrap bracelet I'm making for a friend, and it's not symmetrical at all, and the ladies were here. Thank you. With some faceted beads, and you know, these are like those Pandora type of beads, you know, the big mouth beads. And then we've got patina balls. Patina balls. That's what I call them, patina balls. Thank y'all. And then we wire wrapped this just a minute ago. Now I have to tell you, because I didn't use jump rings, these do like to interlock. So, but here is, I want some patina balls. I figured you would. I love patina balls. And this was a little patinaed bead, like, where is it? It's a spacer. And then I stuck it inside of this hematite style of bead. Okay, I know I'm missing something here, and I remember this, but I can't remember. Big Chad. Oh, Big Chad. Where do I know this from? Because I know I've heard y'all talk about the Big Chad thing. I don't remember what it is, but I'm sure it's funny. And this little hematite bicone just slides up and down on this wire wrap here. And it was just something I created while we were watching. It's just something that happened. It happened live. And so that's what we're working on, is a bracelet for a friend. And then I was just showing them the Rust Crust box with the latex laces. I did make a video, but it's show congrats to your sister. Yes, wasn't that awesome? This is latex lace right here and right here and right here. And this is also a latex key. Now this key is also latex. I got this out of a mold that I won actually from Lacey Gracie from the Crafters Monkey Mess. I don't remember what challenge it was. I don't think it was the Messy Desk Challenge, because that just happened. I can't remember, but anyways, I got this from her, and it was it wasn't it was Happy Mail, but it was something I won. And so I tried it in that mold, and I got several different lace keys too, so those were really cool. Okay, all right, you guys are killing me. And then because the video got damaged on my phone for whatever reason, I don't know, but this is where I did the DIY Rust Crust. It's got sand inside of the patina and the 3 different tones of rust that I created. And I got that recipe from the Graphics Fairy, and I did a video on it, and then of course I Stephanized it, because you know, that's just what I do. And then I patinaed and rusted these little this is actually a trim that I got, I think, from Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Laurel, appreciate it. Patricia, yeah, I missed it. It happened live and in living color. Right? Oh my gosh. Yes, I hate lost footage, because it was from the beginning. This box was actually a box that I got, that I wear my headset for my truck. It's called the Blue Tiger. So this is a small version of the box that you're seeing right here. This little box, that's actually the big box that the headset comes in, but this had the little chargers and stuff, and it's got these little magnet little lips, and it's really cool. And so I decided to make this a tome. I don't know, because you know, all my friends are doing books and journals and tomes, and I'm not into that right just yet. So I thought, well, I'll just do a box. And so that looks kind of like a tome. And so I kind of had created a faux finish of book pages so that it would look like a book. I don't know if it does, but, and that's, I know my camera's a little close. Let me see if I can pull it up a little, and then y'all can see. I wanted gold foiling, but I didn't have any. So when I copper foiled, it actually was very, it broke apart quite a bit, so it wouldn't have really worked anyway. So I said, well, I still want this to look like pages. So I did the video, and in the video where I lost footage, this actually was in the video. So you can actually see how I created this faux finish. And it actually is pretty cool, because I think it looks like a book pages. So there's that. I haven't finished this side. Now here is some latex lace. Now I kind of prematurely put this on, and I'm mad at myself for it, because I actually was just testing, and then I forgot, and I glued it anyway, and then I added the little brads. And I'm a little frustrated that I did it, because now I can't get it off, and I wanted it to be rounded, and I forgot that I was going to round this backing to give it the tome look. So I've been in turmoil whether I rip this off and create my rounded backing for the book look-alike, or just suck it up, crust it up, and patina it up and leave it. Is it that time? Love latex lace, yeah. That lace, yeah. Let me. That was the other day. I was going to show you the lace. I do have a tip. I do have a tip for the latex lace on something what not to do. And it wasn't on these. And if you just bear with me, I will tell you. I do encase these in the parchment to keep them from sticking to each other. But of course, you know, my keys got bent up. But that's okay. When you glue them down, they'll come back to shape. So here's one of the keys from the mold. And here's another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. And yeah, so there you go. These are the molds for the keys. This is that. Yeah. No, you can never go wrong with crusting anything. That's right. Not time. Good. Okay. Yes, Laurel, you do make great things. Y'all all do. Y'all are all wonderful crafters, by the way. And let me just go ahead and say that. We got several people in here that have YouTube channels. We've got Michelle Scott, who does the tomes, and she also has a group, and it's The Artful Crafter, where imaginations meet. I think I said that right. And then we got Forever Purple Creations with Laurel, and she also has a group. Or is that the one? See, I know I'm mixing them up, aren't I? Okay, y'all gonna have to just tell me, because I'm live and I don't think straight. And we got Itty Bitty. We got Itty Bitty, and that's Angie C, and she also has a YouTube channel, so you guys check her out. All these ladies do amazing, amazing things. And Chronic Crafter also does amazing crafting, and I think she also does a Bible kind of study. I haven't really watched that channel too much. To be honest, I don't really. I have to admit, I'm just going to confess right now, Angela, I haven't watched a lot of your videos, but I know that you've been on the show with Laurel and Sierra and the ladies. Just make sure you leave. Yes, you do leave it for 24 hours. Actually, I've left it for less than 24 hours on these laces. But on these thin ones, you can actually do them a little less. I think I did it under 12 hours on these too. But I do have a tip that's beyond that. So hiding in the shutdown list now. No, don't do that. Yeah, the Alex caulk is the DAP, DAP. Let me see if I can even reach it. Oh, good God. Okay, that was scary. Here's what I use. The Alex Fast Dry. It's still in the gun. The Alex Fast Dry is what I use, and it does dry actually fairly fast. And I'm trying to get my camera back to it. And yes, you can get it at Walmart. You can. And they come in different colors, but I've only found white at Walmart. I'm going to be looking for the black, and I'm going to be looking for the bronze brown as well, because I've got some different things I want to do with those. Anyways, a lot of ladies in here have channels, and we got Shell Bell. She's got a digital prints. I know I got off the hook here a minute ago, but Shelly Martin has Shell Bell's digital, so check her out too. She has a group for digital prints and stuff like that. You skim yours where you don't leave overspill on the silicone. Yes, you don't leave. Yes. The molds, I got these molds from Hobby Lobby. I looked at them for Michaels. Michaels didn't have them. But Hobby Lobby has the molds for these. Let me just show you. Here are my molds. I've got this one. It's just really pretty cool. Let me just, it's fairly ornate. I need to clean this out, but here's one. And what you do is you just dust them with some starch or some baby powder or something like that, and then you just do that the caulk in there, and then you just use like a credit card or a gift card and just wipe it clean and then let it dry. It's real simple. They're a lot of fun. Here's another one. Here's a small one. Yes, they are in the cake aisle. Thank you, Angie. And here are some trims. Yeah, no problem. It's a lot of fun. And you know, these things, even this small trim, this small mode, you can see I haven't cleaned mine. This small one, it's $2.99. $2.99. Now, I'm sorry, I can pick up 4 quarters or 8 quarters and a half or whatever and find me some lace mold. I'm just saying. Yes, Michelle, you will love it. And so those are some of the molds I have. I plan to get more. Here is the key mold that I used, and like I said, I got this from Grace's group. I won something. I don't even remember. My goodness, it's horrible. And yes, they're not expensive. I think the highest priced mold I paid was $6.99. You know, and you can get that with a 40% coupon. So, yep. You have the molds. Oh my gosh, there you go. Yes, it is cheap enough for sure. Now here's my tip. Okay, here's my tip. Y'all ready for the tip? Do not, I repeat, do not use the Michael molds for doing latex, because this is the mess that you'll get. I managed it a little bit, but they took like almost a week to dry. These, I had to lift them. I had to lift them to get them to dry up underneath, and they're horrible. I probably will not be using these. They're horrible. This took about a week, and they're terrible. So here is my tip. No. I got this one wasn't bad, and this one wasn't bad. They actually worked. This one wasn't bad. I got that to work. I managed this one, but the rest of them, and I managed this one. The rest just turned into crap, and it was 3 days before I even tried to pull it out. So it's been an additional 2 or 3 more days. And this is the damage I created just trying to. Yes, it is good to know. These molds, if you're going to do these molds, I would definitely, Michelle, once you have filled your mold clean around the edges with a baby. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Stephanie doesn't have time for that all the time. So Stephanie's molds are dirty right now. But yes, clean them with a baby wipe. It comes right off. And and these, if you want to use them, you probably could, but I would suggest a week to 2 weeks, because otherwise you're going to end up with an absolute freaking mess. I wouldn't recommend putting the latex in these molds. So I'm going to clean this up, and this will now be just for my resins and paper clay, and maybe even polymer clay, but maybe not. I don't know. I might not trust the polymer clay in there, not in this deep stuff, unless I baked it. And these, I don't know if you can, I think you can use these in the oven. So if I can, I'll try it. I'll let y'all know. How am I having a low battery? Oh no. Come on. My battery, for some reason, is hooked up, and it's killing it. I might be losing y'all. Hello? Did I lose it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay. If I lose y'all, I guess this will conclude this video. Oh. Oh no. No, no, no. Okay, here we go. We're still here, I think. Okay. So, yeah, well, I have a video on it, so you can see what I did and how I did it on my video. There's a latex video out there. There's also the rust crust video out there. And this was just this was a good tip. I mean, don't do it. I don't recommend it. They turned to crap. So I got lucky on a couple of pieces, but that was it. And just so that, yeah, because here's that one lace mold. I just love them though. Aren't they just amazing? It is plugged in. I swear it is plugged in. I think it's just getting hot or something. I don't know. Let's see. Ugh, it's trying to die. This ain't even right. To charge faster, what? If I lose y'all, I appreciate y'all being here. I hope I don't, because I'm hot. I am hot in here. It's like 93 degrees out here, and my AC is just not even cool enough right now. It's like I'm a little brown woman in a big hot white box. And it's baking me. Haha, it's Friday night. Yep, my phone's gonna die, you guys. And yeah, that's why I did the box, because the tomes, this is a box, and there's Steph the baker. I know, I'm being baked. I've got the video for the inside of the box, but I'm not going to show you. You can see it on the video. And then this is the rust crust as well. It's a little more detailed on everything in the video. And I have to decide whether or not I'm going to pull this off and make my round or just leave it be. And if I lose y'all, I apologize. But I will just finish off this bracelet if I do, and put in a clasp, and I will make sure I put the cameo as the clasp dangle. And I guess y'all are getting ready to start y'all's shows, and we'll have to be charging my phone and then try to come join in with y'all while I craft. So if that's the case, that's just the way it is. But either way, I can conclude this before it dies, and I'm grateful for you guys showing up, and thank you, my friends, for being here and supporting me. I don't get to go live much, but when I do, I try to have fun, and this is really the first time I've kind of crafted, because I'm not good with the live crafts, but my battery or my phone is like full of no memory. So yeah. Okay, why did my other... Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay.